सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव शुभकार्येषु सर्वदा वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः
Good morning to you all. Om Shanti. I do apologize for the delay because I've been having problems with the Wi-Fi. This constant mental activity can be exhausting and makes it very difficult to experience peace, calm, and well-being. The first thing you notice when you begin to meditate is just how relentless the thinking mind is. Can I invite Nehaji to continue from here, please? Thank you, Nehaji. Can you also make me co-host, please?
Sure, Panaji. Yes,
Just to be on the safe side, I've made you host.
yes, no problem. Good morning, everyone, and wonderful to see you again. So, hope you did work on the last week discussion, what we were talking about the meditation and its journey. Today, I thought I'll take further step ahead to talk about the foundation, the prerequisites of meditation. But of course, I would like to hear more from you as well. Let's make it more interactive, which means that I don't want to just keep on talking, but I would like to hear what are the challenges you're facing in terms of reaching to the stage, and are you struggling with the conscious mind before you reach to the stages of meditation? Meditation is a beautiful journey we all can assume and understand. But to reach that journey, to reach that stage, is a question that what all I have to give up, which is part of me. Conscious mind is part of me. So I cannot give up. That's constantly working. So the question is, how do I reach to the meditation? There are many questions which also surface at the stages of meditation, which you didn't even know they were existing before. If that's the case, that anything surface at the time of meditation, then you're struggling with a new challenge because you don't know now what to do when this has long forgotten memory or experience or emotion is resurfacing. A lot of time we don't make sense of these because we thought they don't exist, but now in the stages of meditation, they are coming up. Anything and everything which comes and appears where we want to go in the quiet stages of mind, but mind is never quiet. What do we do? So again, this is where the qualification, the prerequisites, the foundation of meditation is very important to understand. And a lot of time, these foundation has been given in across traditions. But what I really like a lot is the Sthita Prajna. It's the stages which was described by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2. And I think I'm not wrong, verse 54 and onward. So he started talking about the qualities of a person who is stabilized in his own prajna, jnanam. So the question asked was about the samadhi stages. Now, when I say samadhi stages, it's a very stage of meditation where you're one with yourself, where you're meditation, one with the object of meditation, you are in the meditation. But then when you are one and you remain in those stages where there is nothing else except you, there's no object anymore. This is where you are in the samadhi, deeper samadhi stages. Regardless which stage you are, it's impossible to sometimes say this is meditation and this is samadhi because you are gone into the deeper consciousness. That boundary is yet to experience by doing it. But what I want is taking the foundation of those. So what that person looks like who is stabilized into the jnanam or in his own self. That is what we want to talk about today. Anybody has remembered that Sthita Prajna? Anybody would like to share your own version? I'm more than happy to discuss, take it from there. But the very first thing it says, giving up all your desires. Now, that's the difficult part. How do we how we get rid of all the desires? If you want to reach to the stages of meditation, to that higher conscious levels, you have to give up desires. That's the first quality it says. And of course, you have to be stabilized in your own mind. So again, you should be in a stage where nothing bothers you, neither good or bad, sukh or dukh. Anything and everything all looks equal to you. So these two properties, if I take today, the qualities I take on, let's work on that and see whether we can work and cultivate these qualities to reach us to the meditation. Now, when we talk about giving up your desires, it also includes the desire of reaching into the meditation. Also, you have to give up because any desire is still a foundation. You are having an expectation. If you have a desire, you will have expectation. If you have expectation, you have your own imagination, your likes and dislikes attached to it. It's a cycle, it will be a spiral. That spiral will go on. And Patanjali said it's vritti. So chitta vritti nirodha is the yoga. So you have to remove these vrittis, you have to remove these spirals, and you have to open everything as a straight. And this is only possible when, what is the root here? So your desire. So that brings expectation, and expectations bring your next process when you attach with your likes and with dislikes, and then it also brings many things like fear, worry, and a lot of things starts getting attached to it. And then the doubt comes. Did I do right? I don't think I did right. This happens with everybody. This is human mind. It will take you on this journey. To break the spiral, the first thing is don't have desire. So you won't have any expectation. Now, how do we do that in meditation? So if I tell you, you have to do the breath work, you have to control your mind, you have to get rid of the thoughts from the mind, and then you'll see the beautiful light. Let the light take you in. That's what mostly do. But then what we are doing here, we are expecting to get rid of the thoughts. This is impossible expectation. You wanting world to be clean in one go. It won't happen. It won't ever happen. There will always be recycling, but it won't be free from any dirt. We are expecting our mind to go thoughtless. It's not going to happen. So we are having wrong start in terms of desire, because now we are expecting to reach those stages what we were told about. But when we are expecting to not to have this, but this is part of you, you cannot get rid of them. What all you can do is go beyond that. So when for example, if I tell you, don't worry about your body, relax your body, let go your control of the body, and you just bring your focus to your breath. Do you think body stopped functioning? It will continue to function. You will still have blood circulation. You'll still have your heartbeat. You still have everything functioning. You switched and gone beyond the body. The same thing with the mind. It will not stop. You don't have to stop it. You just have to go beyond. Let it function. Let it do the way in the conscious level. But we are going deeper to the subconscious. The moment you start to move your awareness to the deeper level of consciousness, the conscious mind will not interfere. So, desire of the meditation should be desireless, not thoughtless, desireless. You don't roadmap what meditation looks like. The moment you have made a roadmap, listening to others' experiences, others' practice, others' book, even the books at times which shares how these stages feel like. Well, it's a good starting point, but that's not where you should be stuck, because your journey might be completely different what has been written. Again, that might not be defined in this text, that might be defined in some other text which you haven't read yet. So that doesn't mean you are wrong. It only means that you haven't explored your journey yet. So if you go with desireless, you are open to anything and everything that comes to the experience. If you have your own desires, you will be expecting a light. Most of the time, light doesn't appear for many people. It does, experience appears, but then we are expecting the light. So we are stuck into the light, and we always come back and say, I still didn't see the light. I didn't see the thoughtless. I still had the thoughts. So again, we ourselves is limiting our own growth just by simply having this expectations of knowing. The second very utmost important phase is then when you are ready to take this journey. You should not have any um, um, conflicts. When I say conflict, it only means that it should not have any you need to be one with your own self. You must be experiencing that oneness with your own self. And when that happens, when you're ready to accept everything what it brings, when I say the things will come on the surface, that means subconscious mind, subconscious thought will bring many memories on the surface. It's not very uncommon. I'll give you an example. We had the sound therapy with Debbie, and most of you must have had these sessions with Debbie. When we had these sound therapies, they were bound to relax you. But in the relaxed stages of mind, what really brings up is the memory, long-term trauma, which you think you have forgotten and dealt with. What also came on the surface is pain. What also come up is many times uneasy feelings, fears, phobias. Now you have dumped it into the subconscious mind. So when you are ready to go down, all this will come on the surface. We must clean it up. When I say clean it up, doesn't mean you are dirty, or it doesn't mean that you throw it away. The clean it up means, let's face it now. We got to face it at some point, because otherwise we are dumping it. We are just filling a dustbin and we are pouring again and again and again. It's going to burst out. It is going to come back to the surface. When it comes to the surface, take it out from the surface and throw it away. As it sounds very simple, I know the process is difficult. We don't know how do we do that. This is where we need the tools of meditation. Tools of meditation is the breath will not work here. The quiet mind will not. When things come on the surface, we are more agitated. So meditation will not work here. Most of the things which I'm going to tell you is the don'ts today. Don't do this. When this comes on the surface, please don't do meditation, because it's going to trouble more. Don't do the breath work, because it's not for the calming down and pushing them again. We need to clear them. We need to let it go now, because if it's on the surface, we got to let it go. That let it go is not the tool of breath work, asanas, pranayam, meditation, mindfulness. That let go can only happen when you make peace of it. Peace out of it is all about accepting, acknowledging, and then making a resolution. Okay, I know I had this, and now it's time to go. You train your mind to resolve it and take it out. Just simply by your own way. What is your own way? you can do that. And that's all you have to do. Anything coming to the surface, making you feel uneasy, you got to make it easy. How we make it easy? It's every time an individual process. It cannot be what I say, what the book says, or the tradition says. It has to be your own way. I had many experiences, and when I talk about, I'm mostly picking up from the people's challenges, their questions, because when they share their challenges, I know what solutions we have to find. Now, when I say when it comes to the surface, there was somebody who said, everything coming back on the surface, I don't want to see these things again, ever again. I have dumped it in my memory, and I don't want to face them again. They're not ready to face. It's fine. You're not ready today to face it, but you got to bring it to, you're in a terrible pain. Let's say you're in terrible pain. There is a swelling. Do we do exercise on top of it? No. We give it a rest. We wait until the inflammation comes down and then pain comes down. This is exactly what we have to do when anything in the meditation surface, and if it's painful, if it's agitating, it's uneasy, you got to give it a time. You just have to wait until it starts to subside. Your mind will do the wonders, just like body. Your mind will do the wonders. It will heal on its own, but you have to let it come, let it heal, and then you do the work on it. Most of the am I audible? Sorry, am I audible now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry
But
for that.
let's speak for a few minutes.
Yeah, no, I got it. I understood. So I didn't speak anything which you might have missed.
Yeah.
Anything that comes on the surface, we got to do the same treatment. Let it calm down, let it slow down. And that slowing down could be literally just waiting. Waiting means don't interfere of doing anything there. Because remember, when you are hurt and if you do more, it might damage more, it might pain more. The same thing is with the mind, in the conscious mind. If that has come to those stages, let it rest and let it calm down on its own. And then we do everything to remove it, to keep it away, to take it out of the system. Very important part is not to do meditation there. If any of that is happening, is what we most commonly mistake here is when anxious mind, worrying mind, we have agitated mind, the meditation make it worse. Now, you don't have to answer me. You just have to think about yourself and see whether it has happened. If it hasn't happened, that's very good news, and make sure it never happens. When we have any of these stages in the mind, something going on, most of the time we believe that meditation is going to calm it down, and we do that. Unfortunately, most of the time meditation make it worse. Has it ever happened to you that you feel more tired after, in those stages doing meditation, you feel more tired, or you feel more high, more energetic, suddenly out of nowhere you feel like more agitated, more energetic, more anxious, more worried, headaches, pain on the shoulder and neck, any of these things, muscular pain, which we didn't have before and suddenly it's aggravated, any of these symptoms, after, we don't relate to the cause of meditation. Basically, the mind is already having its own pain, swelling, and on top of it, you are churning it. You're moving it quite a lot. So it might push down that pain to the body as well. If it hasn't happened, that's very good. You have a mind which can still balance of all of this, but make sure it's just a matter of slipping away. So if don't ever do this, making sure that we are not pushing more for it to do it. When it feels little calm, then you bring these practices to relax it, to not get out of the to get out of the system and not to push it back into the system. So far, does it make all sense? Anybody would like to add on or share anything? you feel free, or you can write it on the chat box as well.
Morning, Nehaji. When I do meditation, I feel very hot. Is there any reason? Thank you.
Can you explain a little bit more about the hot? Is it on the physical level?
Yeah, physical level. I feel, like perspiration and all that.
Okay. And sorry, ask.
Sound is gone.
It again. Sorry, is there anywhere you are in the stages of menopause, or it's been gone far long?
No, gone far long. Yeah.
Okay, and it never happens. It just only happens with time of meditation.
Yeah, when I meditate, yes.
Okay, what do you do before meditation?
Before meditation, I just, I don't do anything. I just, I have been meditating for such a long time. But every time I do it, I feel very hot.
Do you feel uneasy with this hotness?
No.
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 So it's
No,
just body
just hot.
level, but you feel
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, just hot.
Okay. And again, the body responds. So it's not always the mind, it's the body as well, which responds to any of these discomforts. So if I'm not saying you're doing it wrong, all I'm saying is maybe try the path of meditation, maybe change the practice of meditation. Because if your body is exhibiting any symptoms which is not balanced,
Yeah.
not peace, not equilibrium, balance
Okay.
is, it's not be hot or cold. A lot of time, on the contrary, when you go into the stages of meditation, you feel cold because your system is completely low. The blood
Yeah.
pressure goes down, your parasympathetic nervous system activates, so you feel everything on the lower level. But in your case, I see it's on the higher stages. It's on the
Yeah.
active stages. So it should not be active. And if it is getting active, that means your brain mind pushing it to the body to be more active. And now I cannot relate more, but
Yeah.
right now it seems like time to change the practice of meditation. Maybe probably bring something else which relaxes the body as well. You
But
cannot.
I'm not uncomfortable or anything. It's just
That's
I
fine.
realized afterwards that I have been perspiring, and that's why I
Yes.
know that I'm hot. I was hot.
No, I'm not saying the practice of meditation is wrong, but the body should not be having any symptom. Usually, it should be more cool, more cool down stages. The
Yeah.
parasympathetic must
Thank you.
activate. So again, time to see whether any different changes of meditation does any differently. And if it does, that could be the better one. Even if you're not feeling uneasy, we train our mind. Over the practice of meditation, we are training our mind. So a lot of time, the mind is not feeling uneasy because it's habitual. So if you have to get up and do things every day, you don't feel uneasy because it's your everyday. You're habitual of it. You
Yeah.
have trained your mind to be habitual of this. So it's not feeling uneasy, but body is feeling uneasy. It is getting hot. So some response is triggered there because it's not coping. So in the meditation stages, when we talk about when you lift up your mind from the conscious to unconscious, the body drops down. Drops down doesn't mean that it's going to be not functioning. The drop down, it actively drops everything down, and only the necessary function like heart rate, blood, all of this will only function. Nothing else will function. Perspiration, the hotness, is that metabolism is happening. That shouldn't be happening.
Okay.
Body should be cool off, completely shut down all these functions. When parasympathetic nervous system is active, digestion doesn't happen. It's completely in stages of meditation I'm talking about, not in generally. Here, nothing happens. All the systems are completely balanced. So all this is just indicating that your mind might be habitual. You're still going into it, but then why body is feeling these symptoms? So you must make sure, let's bring it something else.
Thank you.
Keep experimenting the techniques of meditation. Never take on one only, because mind will get habitual. And when it comes to habitual, it will not engage. We all
Okay.
are we are all in a good habit of cooking. Do you even think about cooking? You just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if I tell you now, do mindful cooking, you have to do a lot of thinking to do the mindful cooking, because you're so habitual, even with your closed eyes, you can do the cooking. You know what spices? You don't even think about how much of the spices, right? We
Yeah.
now so habitual by this time that we don't even taste, because by the smell we can say, oh, it's a good or it's not good.
Yes.
Habit. When this happens to the meditation practices or any practices, your mind will get habitual. The moment it's habitual, it's actually not engaging, it's just doing it because you want to just finish another task. You're not progressing. I'm not
Okay.
saying it's wrong, but
Yeah.
progress means that are you becoming one? Now, the mind comes to a stage where it's projecting what you want to see. You want to see light, it will show you light. You want to see breath, it will show you breath. I'm not saying the light doesn't happen, it does happen, but if the body is responding, if the mind is responding, it's just projecting. So time to change, keep changing it, keep bringing in new stuff. I don't know if you have heard, I often say in neurobics and neuroplasticity sessions, adventure, thrive,
Yeah.
excitement, because that's what brain and mind both work on. The cells thrive, the new cells generate, the mind get active when you work on the adventure. What adventure is in the meditation? You want to shut down everything. There's no
Mm,
adventure there, right?
mm, mm.
We got to
Yeah.
find adventure. Meditation journey is an adventurous journey because it's taking you to a new platform. So take it as an adventure.
Thank you.
Exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before I was told that, all the negativity is coming out. That's why it's happening. That's what I was told before.
We all justify things our own way, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
thank you.
I often justify on brain. Oh, what you say anything and I'll find answers from the brain.
Yeah.
This is because my specialty. So if somebody is seeing from the body responses, he will find the reason. We all understand from our understanding. But let's understand this whole thing from the understanding of meditation process. If we understand the process, you can relate to it's not should be happening because my body should feel calm as well. It's not
Yeah.
agitated, but it should feel completely cool off. A lot of time when people go in yoga nidra, they feel cold. We always say
Mm.
take the blanket because that body temperature drops. And when body temperatures drop, body sometimes go in hypothermia. So the normal human body temperature goes below that. And that's where you feel very cold. On the contrary, if you're feeling something just the opposite, that means body is struggling to something else. It's not going on those stages of um, cool period.
Yeah.
It's still
Thank you.
functioning. It's time
Thank
to
you very much.
change. Keep
Thank you.
experimenting. Don't let your
Yes.
mind become
And I'll let
habitual.
you know.
Yes, please let me know because
Yeah.
then we know what next to do.
Thank you.
Any other question or anything else you would like to share? If meditation does happen, it's very good. If it's not happening, some days you may feel it's not happening at all. There are good days and there are bad days. Sometimes our mind is ready. Sometimes no matter what you do, it's never ready. So regardless what stages you're feeling, that's also fine. Then switch the time, then switch the place. The very foundation of meditation is you work with your mind. You don't tell your mind to work with you. Initially, you work with your mind. Yes, Pannaji?
What Ranjanben was saying, I often feel very warm like that. So before I even start my meditation, I have my fan on. And at the same time, I have my um, diffuser on as well. And that calms me down very well. So I think the fan is the main thing that should be on. That's how I experiment mine. Otherwise, I do
That's
get.
managing. That's a good management, and I will take that as a good management. But ultimately, body and brain has to manage without any support. Now, when I come back to the definitions, it says the one who doesn't experience hot and cold. It's a beautiful definition. I would like you to all go back today to chapter 2 in verse 54 and just read it. Just read. And that reading will put the thoughts, what to expect. You will be untouched by hot and cold. You will be untouched by pain and suffering and the happiness, both. They all will feel same. That literally means that on the physical level to emotional level, you will not feel any different. All will feel same. So without outer instrumental help, can we do that internally? Because I recently heard Sadhguru's inner engineering is a wonderful concept, no? So everything we have to engineer, not outside, inside. So let's bring these instruments inside so that they put the engineering within. So to start with, fan could be a good option, but ultimately you have to understand why even I do that, and flip the practice to see what cool off.
Nehaji,
Yes.
maybe some people may have medical reasons for the body to heat up or cool down.
Yes.
That could be a possibility.
Medications as well. Medical conditions, the food at times, that
Yeah.
all has a quality. So what you had eaten last, that also can make you feel hot or cold or things like that,
That's-
because body is still responding regardless what you're going. That all does count. But the whole process, again, regardless of anything, there's a beautiful concept called mind over matter. So regardless of matter, what is it going through, mind is still over it. It still controls it and can still change it. So in medical conditions, to medication or food you might have eaten or the environment probably, anything and everything, it can neutralize in the deeper stages of meditation. So that interference ultimately shouldn't come. Initially, it may come. So we still have to focus on keep changing the practice. And again, anyway, if you're meditating after the meal, that's again anyway not at all recommended. So nothing should be in your digestive system for 3 hours, because if your digestion is still on, your nadis are different. So we remember that we always do Ida and Pingala balancing. So the Sushumna opens, and that's the core of taking you to meditation. So that's again one of the things to consider. But mostly, even if that's the case, the mind takes off and the body drops. So ultimately, we should still work on mind over matter.
Thank you.
There's always a limitation of mind and body. The whole process of meditation is getting beyond the limitations and still do it what we can do it in the conscious stages. This is where the scientific evidences are so very clear and loud that meditation helps in hypertension. How? Because when you go into those stages, it activates, reactivates, or deactivates the autonomic nervous system, whichever it needs to. It balances both. When it balances both, your blood pressure is managed. It is not the practice of meditation. When you go on those stages, the body reinstates. And this is where all this clinical condition has an improvement. People say meditation improves your chronic pain, your hypertension, your heart conditions. There are many, many improvements which we know scientifically does happen. Actually, the stages of meditation, when mind is on those stages, the body starts to reinstate. Your mind, your brain at times is the biggest hurdle in your own recovery. And that's also we know because of psychosomatic medicine. When you take that burden off, the body reinstate. And if it's not reinstating, that means mind is still interfering. It's still not going into the stages of meditation. So today's meditation, I am taking it from Drigdrishya Vivek. I'm not sure if you have heard, but it's another text from Adi Shankaracharya. It's coming from the tradition of Advaita. Drigdrishya Vivek talks about all different style of meditation. And today's again with the open eyes, not closing eyes, because I know that all of you do anyway. So the practice, what I'm going to show is just being one with all the changes of the bodily responses. And from the mind, you have to reverse it. And I want you to do all here for now. So then when I'm going, you all go back over the week, we all know how does it feel. I would like you to take a moment, just closing or opening your eyes, but taking a moment to feel all the bodily changes at this very moment. All the responses of the body at this very moment. Any aches and pains, any hotness, coldness, sensation, tingling, anything and everything what you feel. Scanning, the whole scanning of the body, just to make sure that what all you feel to the body level. Any discomfort and where all it is. I would like you to close your eyes and just observe your mind, just similarly how you did with your body. You're just observing your mind. And I say observing your mind without engaging, without controlling, just whatever happening, let it come, let it go. It'll take a moment before you even feel the mind. The very soon next moment, what you feel is just you and something dark, something moving, not moving, a blank spot. Anything and everything, what you observe at this very stage. Letting go the control over the breath, body, and mind, and let all three function on its own way, without changing, without interfering. Very slow enough, let yourself go into this expansion. The more you let go yourself, the control, the changes, the observations, what all you feel is expansion, the conscious expansion of the mind. Let your own mind take over. And whatever at this stage, what you feel, experience, let's go on the same journey. Let the mind take you in. There might be a stage where you feel the complete blank, but then suddenly you may experience a thought come in or a change may interrupt. Keep on expanding on the blank stages, the quiet, the silent stages, and keep bringing your focus more on the expansion. Some point you may start to feel as if you're sinking, as if you're drowning, as you're going down. A feeling of heaviness might describe. At some point, the lightness. whatever is your unique journey takes you in. Keep diving. This very stage, the only thing which you're holding on is my voice. It might work as a rope. Everything else disappears. And all you are bound, moving, is with my voice. Now, here in between the voice, you feel the silence, feel the calm, you feel the blank. Whenever I speak with my voice, you feel the mind moving again, feeling again, changing again. I would like you to connect with your breath now, without changing, modifying, simply with your breath. Observing the natural in and out, which is not very fast. At some point, you may not even feel your breathing. You may also feel the natural pause. And you slowly expand your breathing to normal breathe in and out. Very slow and gentle shift where you move to the normal breathing in and out. The moment you shift to the normal breath, you will start to feel the bodily responses. And I would like you to connect with the bodily responses now. Anything and everything which you first experience. Any sensations, any circulations, your pulse, your heart. Feeling of hot or cold, sensations on the skin, tingling on the fingertip or the toes. Again, we move and scan the body again. Very slowly, I would like you to take a deep breath in and mentally chant hum. Very slowly, bringing your attention to your fingertips, slowly move your fingertips. Take your thumb inside, make a fist. Tighten your fist a little and release again. Bringing your both hands together in Namaskar Mudra. I would like you to bring your full attention between your both the palms. With both hands touching each other, the surface awareness. And very slowly start to rub your both palm together. Slow and gentle, where you cannot hear the sound of your own rubbing. Just enough so that you feel the warmth, the energies. When you're ready, slowly put both your hands on the eyes. And a very gentle massage on all over your face. I would like you to bring your hands down. Slowly open your eyes when you're ready. Did anything change on the physical level? Now, even if it's hard to tell, don't worry. But I told you very first to focus and see what all you feel on the physical level. But now when you come back, do you feel active? You feel calm? You feel the same? What happens on the physical level?
Relaxed.
Better than before?
Yeah.
Yes.
Much before. And I could see the light in front of me and the different colors.
It's beautiful. Beautiful. Naturally, when you're not even focusing on the light and it appears, that's a beautiful transition.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm instructing on the light and you see, that's more of visualization. But in these stages, if light comes, shape comes, sound comes, that's very natural. And that's your journey. But
Thank you.
my whole idea to, again, connect the meditation stages to the body changes. And if you feel relaxed, cool off, better in any way, better than what you started, that means this is how the body reacts when the mind lifts. So mind over matter.
Yeah.
And I would like every time you want to change anything in the body, please do this practice, because that will change automatically. It will not change anything. It will reinstate the natural process again.
Okay.
Let's reinstate. Let's not change and interfere, because you don't know your body reads right now. It might need energy or it might need relaxation. So you are doing something without even understanding its actual needs. So let's not interfere doing what it should feel. Let body decide what it needs right now. More activation or more relaxation. Reinstate happens like this. And then body is ready to take over. Make the changes. Panaji, I did finish today on time.
Is that the energy when you see all these colors and the light and all? Is that energy?
There is no scientific explanation that what it is. But again, we understand that when you are going into the deeper stages of consciousness, there is a chakra also, which explains that different chakras, when this awareness, consciousness is
Yeah.
moving, you see the different lights. When you come to the Agnya chakra, then you see the white, and again the colors changing. So in terms of an energy moving to the chakra, the light explanations come from there. However, we don't know scientifically, because scientifically we don't know the chakra exists. So again, when you're going into the different level of consciousness, from conscious, subconscious, unconscious mind, it starts to unfold. And we see things which we don't see consciously. You may hear sound, nad, nad. So again, whatever comes up, it's again part of the journey. Let it come.
Thank you.
Hope you all enjoyed and hope you continue practicing, reinstating, harmonizing body and breath and mind on its own.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nehaji.
Thank you, Nehaji. That was beautiful.
What I noticed,
Thank you.
what I noticed, I was so relaxed that my cough didn't as well. I was not in that period. I was so relaxed because my mind was not concentrating on my throat or anything. So I think the whole thing, it's okay to have thoughts during meditation. It's nature of the mind to think. Don't try too hard. It's a natural settle down meditation. Let go of expectations. That's what I believe. Don't you think so? Thank you, Snehaji. That was brilliant and beautifully done on time. Thank you. I can now relax. I'm panicking because my Wi-Fi was not working today. I don't know what happened. And morning also, I joined your 8:15 one, and it kept on knocking me out. So sorry about that as well. I missed everything today. Thank you. Have a lovely Sunday. Enjoy it with the family, and we'll catch up tomorrow with Kickstart. Hopefully, thing will go wrong with my Wi-Fi, but again, Nihaji is there. And thank you again. Have a lovely Sunday. Take care.
Thank you all. Thank you, Panna. Thank you, Dr. Nehaji. It was
Thank
lovely.
you, Doctor.
Thank you, everybody.
Panna,
Mashallah.
thank you very much. The
Bye.
kickstart is good, every morning.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Take care. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.